Welcome, everyone. We have director Eli Roth, of course, the director of the very anticipated Thanksgiving movie. It's been about 16 years, Eli. Thanks for coming back to Nuke the Fridge. Last time I spoke to you, we were at Comic-Con for Green Inferno. What a great movie this Thanksgiving is, bro.
Thanks, man. I appreciate it. I hope it was worth the wait.
It was. Now, look, I have a lot of questions and very little time, but you did watch the film. I think you were in the audience with us over there at Beyond Fest. Dude, the theater exploded. How does that feel? Like
It's very satisfying. Making movies is a faith-based system. You just have to hope to God that everybody else likes it the way you do. And that Beyond Fest screening it's like, that's why you go to movies, because you and I, for the rest of our lives, will be talking about that night we saw that movie in that theater. And you felt that energy. You just felt, I was like, this could really become something. This is going to work. And you don't really know until you put it in front of an audience. They will tell you the truth. And we felt it. I was like, oh, this is going to be the beginning of something. This is incredible.
I was feeling it with you, and I was so happy. I was like, man, I wish I could be in your brain for just a second as that theater exploded. 16 years since the teaser came out. How has did the story evolve? Is it something you already had in mind back
No,
then?
there was no story. I mean, Jeff Randell, who I wrote it with, my best friend, we grew up in Massachusetts thinking of all these kills because we saw every holiday slasher film and nothing was done on Thanksgiving. So every year we're like, oh, we got to have the scene at the parade where the human turkey gets his head cut off and runs around like a turkey with his head cut off. So when I made the fake trailer, Quentin said, you want to do this trailer? And Robert said that. And I was like, yeah, sure. We had the kills, but there was no plot. It wasn't until we started seeing the Black Friday videos and all the tramplings, I was like, oh, that's what this movie's about. It's about the commercialization of Christmas that has crossed over in this holiday where everyone is like, oh, we're so thankful. We're so thankful. And 2 hours later, they're trying to kill each other for a waffle iron. That's interesting ground for a horror film. Then we had our inciting incident, but we had our theme of what the movie really is about.
Amazing. And you had some crazy kills, some really fun kills, some
Thanks,
disturbing
dude.
kills. Did anything stay in cut out? Did anything not make it to the final cut? I know some.
No, everything.
Oh, really?
Everything's in it. No, everything's in it exactly the way I want it. When it's like too much gore. It's like an extra plate of food. Your Thanksgiving dinner, you have your turkey, and you're like, I want seconds. Then you get the second one, and then sometimes you go to the third plate, and you're like, ugh, I feel sick now. I just want to leave. You want everyone like grossed out and looking at the inside of their hands, but you don't want that feeling of like, if it's too much, somehow it becomes like, ugh. I want it, and it was perfect at Beyond Fest. People were screaming at the top of their lungs, cheering, applauding, laughing. Like, that's the reason people go to the movies. And every death I do, I want to be a classic. And I want people coming out of this movie. Directors are competitive, especially the horror
Yeah.
directors. I want people to come out going, man, Eli Roth just raised the bar. Nobody's doing it like him.
That's funny you say that, man, because I think you did. This is my favorite movie of the year. Absolutely. I'm telling you right now, 100% mean it. Everybody listening to me is like, what? This is my favorite movie of the year, man. I wish there was
Thank
some
you.
kind of special Oscar or something to give you,
That's
man.
all I need to hear. The golden
Yeah.
bar award or something, whatever. Like, you saying that means everything to me because I have very high standards for horror movies and I see a lot of stuff and a lot of stuff just doesn't hit the bar for me. I'm like, I think the writing sucks or the kills are weak. And I was like, okay, man, if I'm going to put myself out there and go under the microscope and have everyone ready to rip me apart, I want to make a new classic. And it really feels like people are responding. So that means everything to me that you say that.
Well, for now on, I mean, after this weekend, John Carver is going to be an amazing Halloween costume. All right. Don't even wait till
Well,
Halloween. Wear it for Christmas. And
no, they're going to have it. I think they're trying to get the mask ready as soon as possible so people can have it for Christmas. But yeah.
no, could you explain to us what does horror mean to you? Because there's a lot of people that say they love horror and this and that, and I really do feel like you really love this genre. It means a lot to you, the energy, and I want to thank you for that. It's not a
Thank you.
money grab; it is your passion, brother. What does
Oh,
horror
yeah.
mean to you?
Well, it means that like when I make a movie, to me, it's a chance to have one of the greatest hits of all time. Like, everything is like a shot at the Hall of Fame. I want like the kill count at the end of my career where someone montages everything. And look, after 20 years of doing this from Cabin Fever, I feel like I've, attained a certain amount of mastery of knowing how to run a set and doing that riot scene in 4 nights, that kind of stuff. But to me, it means everything. Like, I want to be as excited now as I was when I was 12 and 13 years old. And this film for me really had that excitement. I just had the time of my life. I said, you know what? If I never get to do this again, at least I made Thanksgiving. And I think every movie, you have to really believe that. Like, you know what? If this is it, I left it all on the field. So to me, it's just a chance to make one of the great scenes in a horror film. That's all I ever wanted.
This one's going to be a classic for sure, man. I mean, I hope you make more, obviously, and I
Hey,
hope
if people, let me tell you, if people got to come out opening weekend, if people go out and see this in theaters, I guarantee they're going to have the best time they've had in the movies in years. And then if everyone goes to see it, you know, makes enough money, we get to do another one. I'd love to, but
yeah.
that's up to you guys.
Well, look, I saw it. I have my tickets already. I invited my friends. I'm talking about it. Of course, it was an embargo. No spoilers, people. Do not spoil this film.
Don't you ruin it. It's too much.
Yeah.
It's too much fun. You're going to even go again a second time just to watch your friends get grossed out.
One more question, which I did ask you a while back. 16 years since this one. It's been a long time. Any hope for Green Inferno Part 2?
Man, I don't know. I
Mm.
don't know. I'd have to see. You know, there's been ideas to continue it as a graphic novel. I'd love to go back there. I don't know if you could do it though. I think the road that like took us to that village got washed out. I mean, there was no electricity there. They had no TVs. I heard they got electrical poles in the village. So if I was going to go back there, I'd want to go to the same village, but I actually don't know how it's changed. That was one of those things that there's so many safety rules now you could never get away with it. Thankfully, no one got hurt, but that was like we literally went farther than anyone has ever taken a film crew before. And I look back now at some of the things we went through to make that movie, and I don't think you could do that in 2023.
Well, Eli Roth, thank you so much. Enjoy your food that I see on the table, and I'll see you for the next one. Thank
Good
you.
seeing you too, man. Take care.
Take care. Thanks, everyone.